Joe! What you want? Want me want nothing? Junior, don't you hear me calling you? Boy, it's time to eat. Bring your behind out here. Food ready. Ooh! Woo!
Same old Tuesday. Same old Tuesday.
What's up, little heads? We are back with another video. I have two lovely guests. And this is also my cousin Lynn. Say hey, Lynn.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And then I also have Mama Cherie, one of my close friends, Ebony Moms. So today we are going to be painting a pumpkin. We haven't probably painted since middle school.
I know, I painted last year.
Oh, sorry. Well, kindergarten, middle school since last year. So.
High schoolers, look.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So we gonna be painting. We're gonna have a little Halloween scheme along with a, breast cancer awareness scheme. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? So these are two lovely guests that have experienced the breast cancer awareness, and also they're gonna educate us. We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna dive into it. I have some questions. I may wing it a little bit, but I do have a list of questions, and I want to know. Everybody's story is different, so we want to know Cousin Lynn's story and Mama Cherie's story. So let's get into it. Y'all ready to paint? Yes. Let's go. Grab your paintbrushes. Let's go. Here go your big one, cousin. Get the big one.
Get the big one.
Yeah, the big one. You already got the big one first. Okay, perfect. So the first question. I'm sorry, y'all. I usually just wing it, but I want to make sure I had a little structure going on. The first question I want to ask both of y'all. Y'all can start off however y'all would like to start off. Whoever would like to lead. How did y'all actually find out about, going through your process of, what you're going through or experienced with breast cancer awareness or breast cancer?
Well, I'll speak first. For
Okay.
me, just a regular routine checkup.
Okay.
I started getting my mammograms around 30.
You want to speak up a little bit, cousin, so people can hear you, cousin.
Okay, I'm sorry. But I just went on a regular routine checkup for a couple of years. They said you had just calluses, no need to worry. However, the last time that I went, which was in 2012, they diagnosed me with breast cancer. Okay. I didn't really feel anything. I never felt anything till after I had the biopsy.
Okay. What about you, Mama Cherise?
Well, unlike cousin, I diagnosed myself. I had went through I had my mammogram, had my well woman check, teeth check. You know how we do during the summertime. That's what we do. We take care of our business.
Okay.
Well, I had went through all of that, but earlier in the year, I had decided I was gonna get fine because I was turning 50. So
I know that's right.
I had started working out and everything, but I noticed a change because my right side, for some odd reason, I couldn't even lift a 10-pound weight.
Seriously?
I never knew what it was. I thought I had pulled a muscle or something. Well, my sister and I had actually, and my little niece with her little demanding self, had got ready to go to East Texas, I do believe, and she wanted something from me and not from her mom. So I had reached back. Okay. Just reaching back, and something popped.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what it was, but something popped. My sister thought it was my lip nose or something.
Uh-huh.
It didn't hurt. The initial pop did.
It was just more of the sound effect that just kind of hurt, that kind of, stunned you?
Yeah. That scared me. I know what I did. But after that, I actually had went to my PCP.
What's the PCP?
Primary care physician.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I didn't know that. I have one. I'm dripping paint. I have one.
No.
Sorry, y'all.
I'm sorry. My child is a little wiser. However.
Okay.
But anyway, the medical field kind of let me down because I had a PCP. My primary care physician, I went to him. He kind of retired in the process of me trying to figure out what the heck was going on. Okay. That was like late July. And so that never did occur. So then I got a nurse practitioner maybe a month later. And then she was like, well, let me get some tests ran on you.
Okay.
And so that she did, but when I started calling for the results 2 weeks later, she was gone on a leave.
Oh wow.
Well, then after that, 2 weeks later,
Right.
she was gone from that practice, and nobody told me. They just felt
So they didn't even communicate to you about the lady. So you basically having to take an initiative doing their job, what they supposed to be doing.
Oh, I ain't even told you the worst part of it.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, so
Well, hold on. Don't tell it out, cause we got some other questions. So that's how you, how you find out
that's
originally.
how I
The
found
root.
out
Okay.
originally and stuff. And I called my gynecologist and was like, look, I have a knot under my arm. It's growing and I just need to take it out.
Did you tell him about the lifting part too?
I had told him, he was like, well, Mr. Hammons, what did you do? Because, you know, he services all of us and stuff. And I had already had my well want to check through him and he didn't feel anything. Well, it wasn't there.
Okay.
But when I reached back, apparently it protruded forward because it was a knot right in the inner side of my
Like right
arm,
here?
in my armpit. And we don't know as women, and we have to educate them because I've educated my students, is that our breasts are bell shaped. And so it goes down and under.
Oh, I didn't know
It
that.
goes down and under. Don't just stop right there, Paul. Just stop.
I mean, I thought it just stopped. I mean, I don't know.
No, it curves under.
Okay,
It's
under
a bell
so
shape.
back, kind of like back under your arm.
And right in the
Armpit.
center
You
of my
see
armpit.
women that's have this.
Yeah, that stuff that be bulging out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well,
This is educational for me too, so y'all don't judge, okay?
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So I called him, but he referred me to a surgeon, and it was a man.
okay.
And there's no urgency in the medical field. If you don't take the initiative yourself, they're not going to do it. So he was like, well, this is November. So mind you, that was late July.
Okay.
And this is November. And
We have
I called him
sensitivity,
and he said, I won't be able to see you till February
Okay.
2019.
A long time.
Yeah, well, with it being Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that coming up and my birthday and stuff, so I just said, freak it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so next question, y'all. So, Cousin Lynn, what was like the symptoms that you had? Did you just automatically go to the doctor, or like, what was the symptoms, you know?
I didn't have any symptoms.
Ooh.
I just went for a routine checkup.
So your annual sounds like,
So
right?
I went for my annual. They do a mammogram. They did.
Speak up a little bit more, Cousin.
They did tests, and the test came back positive. So
Mhm.
then I have to go in for more tests.
Mm.
Then they have to do a biopsy. But initially, I didn't feel anything. Never hurt. Never didn't feel anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, Mama?
See, that it didn't hurt. That initial thing was just like, ow. And then it go, you know,
Like
how
a little
pain just
pinch
hit
or
you,
what?
and yeah, and
Okay.
just go away. So, like, I tell the story as I told my sister before she started trying to blurt and tell everyone. Anyway, but yeah, there were no symptoms there. I know that there was a change in my body because I was trying to work out. I wanted to work out and make sure everything was done for my 50th.
Ooh,
But
we're doing this all wrong.
there were no symptoms at all.
Mhm.
And then I felt that night, and when they biopsied me in February, when he finally saw me, because initially when he saw me, he was like, no, we got to get you in for a biopsy on Friday. And we went like on the earlier part of the week. Thursday, Friday, he had me getting a biopsy.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it came back, and it was IDC, which is invasive ductal carcinoma, and it was invasive. So that means it's growing. In which
So it's constant?
Yeah, it's growing. It does not stop. The only thing that stopped it was the chemo.
Can I ask you what hospital you went to?
I was at Medical City. That's where my gynecologist is. But my journey has been through Presbyterian, Texas Oncology Presbyterian.
What about you, Cousin?
Presbyterian.
What would you? So you started off immediately
I started
there.
off.
So she started off somewhere else, then was transferred to where you.
I had to get a second opinion because that surgeon wanted to cut off my breast with it being a knot under my arm.
So he didn't know what he was doing.
Is this the
He
physician?
may have
Is
not
this the surgeon at Medical City or
That was
Presbyterian?
the surgeon at Medical City because I had told him I was
Oh
like,
wow,
wait a
Medical
minute,
City, y'all
hold
gonna need
up.
to get it together. Period. Get it together.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you about that doctor too.
Okay.
I want to kill my friend. Anyway,
The small thing,
So-
the white thing.
but no, I told him let me get a second opinion because he actually told me, well, we can do, do the one, what is
The
it? Yeah.
lumpectomy?
No, He skipped past the lumpectomy.
Whoa!
That's
What
what
is
I'm
that?
saying.
Hold on, rewrite. What is that?
The lumpectomy is just when you have the lump and they remove it.
Okay,
That's
okay,
the
okay,
first
okay,
process.
okay.
But he
I just let
wanted
it
to
dry.
cut off my breast.
Let it dry.
And so my thing
Yes.
was, if he ain't cut off now one of them testicles, I'm not gonna cut off my breast. So second opinion, miss me. Here we go. Let's go.
Okay.
That. Period.
Basically, period. Okay, cool. So let me ask y'all this. After finding out what you know, hold on, what was it that you got, what you found out? What was the actual name that you actually had for, right here, Era? The name of the breast cancer, or I'm sorry, I don't know nothing about this, so that's one of the main
Yeah,
points.
that's why it's IDC. It's invasive ductal carcinoma for me.
Okay.
And they never did know the stage for mine because mine is just like this pumpkin. It was just like this pumpkin, just as hard as a rock. And on the inside was the cancer. So they weren't going to mess with that and take it out and cut it and dissect, none of that. They was like, okay, immediately we need to start giving you the chemo. We're going to give you 6 treatments of chemo, shrink it down, and surgery.
Oh wow. Oh my God.
That's
Did you
hard,
have any
guys.
symptoms, cousin?
The one that I had was a
Did you speak up
very
because we got the light?
the one that I had was a very rare. It was in stage 1. So thank God for that.
Amen.
Amen.
We prayed about it. We had surgery.
And see, I was like, God just didn't set me up. Because for it to be in a hard shell like this and it not spreading out, it wasn't metastatic. But this surgeon even tried to say, well, I tell you what, there was some tissue. As you get older as a female, then you tend to have tissue within your breast that, may come back as, let us go ahead and see, let's biopsy that. Right. And that soft tissue biopsy hurts so bad.
So what did they do when they doing it? Is it like a poke or what?
No, it's a long needle. It's a long
needle.
What?
Long needle.
That long?
Yes.
Long.
Girl.
They put it in your breast?
Yeah, they put it in your breast.
My nieces, I'm sorry, y'all. We got my niece as the production manager, baby, not here. So, Ara, she got her face scrub on, so she ain't gonna get on the camera. There she go.
Yeah, but it's a long needle that they put in there because they want to biopsy it and they don't want to open you up and cut you.
Correct.
So they did that and they biopsied it, but that soft tissue came back malignant. It's nothing but just tissue. And as they explained, I was 49, so of course that tissue may occur in my breast.
So you kind of just found out recently, sounds like.
It was actually in 2018.
So that's last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. What about you, cousin?
2012.
12. Okay.
Very good. Okay. And I will be cancer free. What is it? 1 year, October 31st.
Amen. Look at God. I know that's right.
Praise God.
When I say he said it, I just promise you, he just set the whole situation up. Yeah. It's just set up from the beginning to me.
It was just a test of your faith. That's all it was.
Texas Oncology and ran into my cousin's cousin. Mm-hmm. The one that handles the scholarships and stuff that we never know about. We never know about these scholarships and stuff. Every time I went to a doctor, what is that? $40,000 to $50,000 every time I went in there. And that means that the insurance will top out and you'll start doing the 80-20 and all that.
Yeah, the 80-20, I know about that. Okay.
Yeah, and then it started all over again September the 1st and I'm not done yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all, both of y'all this.
I had the best surgeon ever.
What was your surgeon name?
Dr. Borland.
Dr. Borland?
I love him.
That's in Plano.
No, he is not.
That's my doctor.
He is Plano and Presbyterian.
Dr. Borland.
Borland, that's my, hold on. Dr. Borland, you is doing your thing because that's my family. That's no, Boylin?
Bourla.
Oh, sorry, y'all, wrong doctor.
But apparently their family is doing something right.
Okay, apparently. Shout out to Dr. Borland family.
I promise you, the lady that I went to impressed because I went through one surgeon. The second surgeon was the one that introduced me, that I had sought out for Presby. There were 3 doctors in there. But she did the initial, but she wasn't my choice as a surgeon. Thank you for the introduction, but now let me choose my surgeon. But they're in the same office. And Dr. Borland is the one that did my port. And when I tell you, he did an awesome job.
Yes.
And I wanted him to be my surgeon and do my surgery, but I had to go outside because she refused to let him do my surgery.
So shout out to first off, we didn't know they went to the both doctors. This is not staged or anything. So let's be clear, y'all.
is just how
This
God
is
works.
all authentic, natural, and real. Okay? So, the next question that I want to ask both of y'all is, what type of stage were y'all in? Like, did y'all know? Like, actually, you already answered. You was in stage one.
Yes.
So, what stage was you in,
Still to
Mama?
this day, I don't know because they never did go in and they didn't do it.
And do okay.
Just
So it's
IDC.
still questionable.
It's
Okay,
still
understandable.
questionable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next question. How were you guys able to? I want to draw this off.
Let me
How were
see
you
how
guys
I'm
able to tell your family? I know you guys were kind of. I don't know if you guys were wanting to open up to family or.
Ooh, here we go.
So like, what is your thoughts on that? Like both of y'all, whoever want to start off first. I think the pumpkin is almost. We got a little fan going.
We gotta let him dry.
Let them dry just a little bit. Yeah, just let them dry a little
So we
bit.
need to rotate.
Yeah, just keep rotating it. But yeah,
Okay.
or fan it, whichever one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but what was your I'm having a brain fart. What were you? How were you able to tell your family, y'all?
For me, I got a call on a Friday
Okay.
afternoon at the beauty shop.
Ooh, getting your hair
Getting
did.
my hair done, of course.
Okay, hair flip.
And he tells me that I need to come in.
So he didn't tell you immediately on the phone. He was just like,
No,
you need to come
he
in.
told me that I have breast cancer.
Oh, over the phone. Okay.
He did tell me it was a
Yeah.
Friday afternoon.
Okay.
And the same weekend was my twins' birthday.
Okay. Shout out to the twins.
So we were getting ready to have dinner.
So what month was this? Like
Are these
what?
your children? the
November.
20?
Same time with y'all. Both of y'all.
I was
Different
I
years.
was diagnosed like November, I'm gonna say, but
Cousin. It's okay, cousin. It's okay.
I was diagnosed like November 14th,
Okay.
14, 15, and again, it was my twins' birthday. We were having a party. I didn't want to tell my family at that time, but I think the look on my face when I came in, I was just
So was this immediately
Shocked.
after your diagnosis?
Yes.
Okay.
So why you didn't want to tell the family? Was it more of like something you were scared about? You was just like what?
Well, I wanted to prepare them.
Mm-hmm.
I had already been to the doctor.
Okay.
I had already been to several visits,
Okay.
but I wanted to be strong enough to tell my family.
Yeah.
But when I saw my family immediately,
It just kind of
my
got you
heart
down.
just, yes, it just kind of got me down. So I told them, I mean, I had a meeting. I let them do the celebration. We had a meeting and we went from there.
Cousin, don't make me cry, please.
Okay.
Please, because my eyes gonna get watery, y'all. If we start crying, I'm not cutting, I ain't editing it, we keeping it real, okay?
REA to the real.
Okay.
Well, my diagnosis was February actually.
Of this
February
year?
the
I mean, this year or last year?
It was February 19, 2019. And
So
my
that was this
process
year.
started, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, the 2018. The years are running together. They said to write
They
this
do.
stuff down.
18
But
last
it was
year.
2018.
Okay.
So when that process, well, the process hadn't started yet because that's when I got my diagnosis. And my thing was, okay, God, you know, I done had a lot of private battles with him. Like, why me? You know, why
That is the
me?
question
It's
we
7
all
of us.
ask. Exactly.
It's like, why did you choose me?
Exactly.
What was why? You know, I was like, shoot, I got sisters that eat worse than I do. You know,
Yeah.
people around me eat, drink, do whatever worse
Yeah.
than I do. Lord, you know, why me?
Mhm.
And you always get this soft, subtle voice that says, well, you said, use you. So,
Mhm.
and you're qualified and you're stronger. And those are the words that he shared with me. And that wasn't still content enough because I was
right.
still battling with him, but
Mhm.
I chose not to tell my family at the time.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. I told
Until how long?
It was actually in May when I told.
So that's
everybody.
February, February, March. I can't count my
March,
damn months.
April, May.
March,
3
April,
months.
May, 3 months. Okay.
So the thing was for me is let me figure out.
How?
No, not how to tell them. I was just gonna tell them. But my thing was to know what I was gonna do, how I was gonna do it, how I was gonna move forward. Because the key is my parents are older, and actually my mom is a retired nurse.
Mm.
So that was going to be a challenge in itself. I got placed people around me already there for me because I had been through that with one of my friend girls. She had went through it the year before. And then I had another friend, and her daughter, I've watched them go through so much that they're so strong. And so, you know, and then there was another one that had actually went through it, and my cousin, she had, but it's separate families, so it's not like it's hereditary. Less than 5% is ever hereditary. So, but no, I chose not to tell my family because I needed to know what it was. I needed to know answers first, answers that I knew that my family would ask me. I don't even know if Ebony didn't know either.
She didn't know?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I had to figure out, you know, those are my daughters. So
yeah.
And so I told everybody. I started calling, and I told everybody. I told my 2 children, and then I called my mom, and I called my sister, and asked her, was my dad there? And put me on speaker, and that's when I made sure I picked up the phone and called each of them and let them know, because my younger brother, that's almost like my twin, he knew, and my older sisters, so they already.
So your siblings knew. 2
of them.
Okay.
It's 7 of us, so only those
2 out of 5. Okay.
2 out of 4. Look, but you know, when I look at it, I'm in the middle of the girls, I'm in the middle of the boys, I'm in the middle of the family. I'm that, as God would say, that cornerstone in the family. So I waited because I needed to know, and I needed to know the answers, and I was on point because my mom started asking me a bunch of questions. And so I already knew what I was going to do, how I was going to move forward, and if I was unstable in my thinking, or if I was swaying or doubting, I knew that my mom was going to try to change my mind. So I knew, and she was like, "You sure you can't this?" And you should. She was still doing that at my 5th chemo treatment.
Oh wow!
Now that is an experience I didn't want her to experience.
Why?
Because not as far as me knowing, but going with the chemo and stuff with me. No, I didn't want her to be in that environment, because when we went. When we went into that chemo room, when I tell you that you just could have just broke down, because it smelled so much like medicine, and all you got is rows and rows. It was like 10 rows of people sitting getting chemo, doing the drive-by like this is normal. My youngest daughter couldn't. I don't believe that she could take it, so she just kind of was like, I gotta go to the restroom. And I took my best friend at the time with me as well, so they sat there and listened to the diagnosis and everything that would happen and could have happened, did happen to me. Every side effect. God Jesus, yes. So, and then when I told them, but you know, on the phone for long periods of time, talking about your situation and telling people, that is draining to your spirit. So I said, you know, the majority, 75% of my Facebook friends are my family, because it's so large. So I had actually posted, I had typed up all of it and posted it. Yeah. Because I had gotten tired.
So you just want everybody to know at this point. It's like, it ain't no hiding it. It's just more so, I'm just trying to get it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask y'all this. So, y'all were able to, so y'all already had advised that y'all weren't really comfortable talking about it. You had the experience where you walked into the family and you just immediately just felt that emotional attachment, and you just like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Just like what you just like, I had to wait 3 months to tell my sibling or just tell my family. So what was it like as far as with the finances? Like, how does that work? Because you can leave off with that one.
For me, I only had to do radiation, and I went to radiation 5 days a week, and it gets expensive. For me, it was $50 a day. Okay. And I went 6 days a week. But what we don't know,
6 days a week,
5 days
50?
a week, I'm sorry, 5 days a week.
5 days a week, 5 times 50 is what, $250?
Every week?
Ooh, for 6 weeks, 250 times 6, how much is it? I don't even know how much that is. I can't, where my phone at?
5, 10,
5, hold on, I got my calculator right here.
It was very expensive, and for me, I didn't want to ask anybody for the money. There were times that I really just didn't have it.
$1,500? Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yes. It was very expensive, but what we don't know, and I learned research later, there are so many places and scholarships, and there's a cancer
so they have scholarships to help you guys.
Yes. You just
if
have
you,
to
but
do
if
your
you don't know,
And
Oh.
and a lot of the battle is talking to people and talking about you don't want people to know that you really.
So
just
it's more so you don't want to feel vulnerable.
don't want to feel like I need to lean on anybody because I want to be the strong person for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Because
what
you've always been the strong person in the family.
What about you? So how was yours as far as for finances?
The finances, because I had health insurance. Oh my God, I'm gonna be okay. I never knew this side of it to where every time I walk in there, it's $50,000. You know, I know that's my salary. A little bit below my salary.
Yeah.
I'm just an educator, but yeah, that's a little bit below my salary. That I walked, like I said, God set me up because I walked in and the lady that was working with the, what does they call it, patient's assistance,
Okay.
she was my cousin's cousin. She remembered my mom, she knew my face and everything. So it was on the other side of the family, but she knew me and she was like, I'm gonna help you. Don't you
Don't stress.
She said, don't stress over it. Because that'll kill you too. Through the healing process, nothing can stress you. She said, I'm going to help you. It is traumatic to walk in there and them to say, your bill's $5,000 and we can't treat you if you don't have it.
Yes.
Oh, it's traumatic to say. I went through 6 treatments and every day I went in there 6 times. What is it, about 40,000. So that's, you know, God, that's $240,000 for 6 treatments.
Yeah.
So after the chemo, because that's the not only it, you still have all of these tests you gotta have done
Okay.
constantly. And every time you go to see them, and the crazy thing is when you go to have one x-ray, it's full price. It's $1,500 every time that they x-ray you.
$1,500.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Every time. And so you have to go before the chemo, after the chemo, before radiation. So I had to do 6 treatments of those. And then after that, after I finished my 6 sessions of the chemo, and it was every 21 days, and all the while I'm still going to work because with these numbers, I can't choose.
So did y'all have to like use like FMLA or how does that work?
Okay, I had to put myself
You had to
on.
use your FMLA?
I was out for 6 weeks.
And I did not. I didn't. I'm suck. I gotta go to work. But I did put myself. One of my bosses was like, you better do intermittent leave because after.
What is that? I never heard of that.
Intermittent leave. It means that you have to constantly go to the doctor, so they can't penalize you for that, and you can't lose your job behind it. It saves you. Saves your job. So with that in mind, I did file for the intermittent. But normally when I got my chemo treatment, I was out that Thursday. They did it on a Thursday because then I wouldn't come on Friday and I'd be ready to go back to work on Monday. But over time, I had started getting dehydrated and different stuff, so I had to go in.
So you had different symptoms, sounds like.
Oh, it was a different symptom every time. After every chemo treatment. And after the second one is when I remember I wore my hair short. And I just know God did it for my parents because when my hair went completely, because I'm like, my hair is short. So, ain't nothing to fall out.
Yeah.
And I'll be doggone, it went completely bald. I was completely bald, like a baby bald.
Did you ever go to do that phase?
No, I didn't. Only thing, my skin burnt.
Because you did the radiation.
I did the radiation.
So what does that mean by the radiation? Educate us about that.
The radiation is just like an X-ray. You go in there, for 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
And they're just scanning. It's just the X-ray.
But it burns while they scanning it?
Yes.
Yes, it burns.
But
what is the burn?
You don't feel it. But you feel it. How many treatments did you have?
I had 6 weeks.
Okay, I did too, and I was going every morning at 7:30.
And see, like my elbow still. This is part of it. Like under here is burnt. It's much better because I used the aloe vera, and that did work.
What is that?
It's an aloe vera gel, like an aloe vera plant.
Like the plant.
Oh, like
if you put that on your face, that'll help you.
Yeah. So I did use that, and I used it the whole entire time. I used it before I even went to start the radiation
because
I was off 6 weeks. Then I went to radiation.
Mm.
I didn't go to radiation the time that I was off.
Yeah.
So it was once I went back to work, I started the radiation
Okay.
treatments.
And see, I did the chemo for the 6, and then once I after every treatment, they said you would plummet, pretty much. You get to 3 days, you'll be fine for a few days, and then you're gonna plummet. And when it said you're gonna plummet, I plummeted, and I really had to hydrate and go and get fluids put back into my body. Then it was time for the surgery. And that's when I had to reach out, and I just thank God for my brother being retired Navy.
Shout out to brother.
He had a storehouse, and and it needed to be immediate. They weren't going to operate on me until I paid that doctor and that hospital.
That's sad.
So it was an
As
80-20.
my insurance, I had no issues. The only thing I really was responsible for was the radiation treatments. So at the time I had UHC, so I didn't really have, besides a copay when you go into the lab.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got to
For
pay
the
every time you go.
X-rays, and I never really, I may have been out of $5,000.
Yeah, because they're $1,200, $1,500 every time you go.
So this stuff is expensive, and people don't even know about this. So let me ask y'all this: so, are you okay? So, cousin, since you started a little bit earlier than Mama Sharice, how do you feel about as far as like your process ending, like with going through so many sessions and get everything situated?
I think it's a process, and the important thing for me was to surround myself with positive people. Because there were so many people that asked.
So let me ask you this. Keep going. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
That's okay. No
In the midst of the answer to this question, did you lose any friends, family, or like how does that work? Keep going. You can answer this too. Keep going.
There were a few friends that associates that.
Associates, they ain't friends if they ain't still ain't here.
Correct.
Period.
So there were a few that maybe they didn't understand. Maybe they
the importance of it. It's like how you can't understand it though. Like
a lot of people don't know.
People don't.
That's what it is.
People do not know.
They're
Some
ignorant to the fact.
questions you shouldn't ask people that's been through it, because you don't know what I had or what I didn't have. There was a lady that asked me, "Well, why didn't you have both of your breasts removed?" First of all, I never had one of them removed. So you have to really be careful. And again, I would just say, surround yourself with positive people. Because breast cancer is stress alone.
It's nothing to play with. So what about you, Mama?
Now, I had to tell my sister. She went to post something on Facebook. This is before, I was ready to tell the entire family. And I told her to take it down because they're going to ask me why was such and such. Even though it's her, they're going to call me and ask me.
Ask you directly, yeah.
And so, and I didn't want to get into a position to where I had to start lying because my sister, that asked the question, all my sisters didn't know. Yeah. And so I'm like, no. I was like, take it down because this is my journey. So let me do my journey. And, and God's going to direct my path. So take it down. It's just for people to pray for you. Those that I need around me, I promise you.
Will pray for me.
Just trust and know that I am a Christian. I love the Lord. And He's orchestrated this journey. So let me just do my journey. So will you lose friends along the way? Yeah, friends, family, all of it. As Auntie said.
Why do you feel like y'all lost those friends and family members?
It's time. I'm sorry. Tis the season.
Well, it was friends for me because my family supported all the way, never asked a bunch of questions, and when they did, we answered them, we talked about it. But shout out to my family.
Everybody got a different story.
Everybody got
and that's one thing that the oncologists say. That's one that the doctors said. Nobody's journey is the same. Everybody's journey is different. True. Everybody is different. There's nobody that I've even, I've met some wonderful women that have been through this, and theirs is it's so different.
And it's different. And it's how you take it and how you want to proceed with it.
But then, and I think that's where most people miss it. This is my journey, so let me orchestrate this journey. Me and God, we got this.
So let me ask you this. So is it like any still like so y'all after y'all complete y'all follow-ups, is there any your process, is there any like follow-ups that you guys do after this, or how does it
I'm still going through. I have adjunct medication that I take because after the radiation I did the 6 weeks, and I still haven't. I took after surgery. I took the 10 days off. I haven't taken a full 6 weeks, but like now,
why haven't you taken the full
toll.
6 weeks? You just can't, or just?
I believe. I mean, they give you the medication and stuff for depression, anxiety, and all of that because that is a side effect. Even though there's fatigue and everything that sits in, I just couldn't. I needed to work because I know I got these bills, I got to work. Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, I know I had the time still, but if I was at home, then what? Now going through the radiation, they were thinking like, Miss Hammons, ain't you gonna take off now? So, but I didn't. I mean, those kids, being around kids give you life. And I was around them, but you know, it's just me. And then, you know, Eminem, everybody got their own life and they work during the daytime. What was I gonna do during the daytime?
See, for me, I took my 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then I did radiation.
But wait,
I went every day.
What do you do for a living?
I work with doctors. Post their medical bills.
Okay. So, but did they pay for your leave?
Well, you have FMLA in my job.
So you basically you're covering your hours, so you're not getting without getting paid, right?
No, you get paid 60% depending on how long you are.
Okay.
I'm an educator, so let me tell you how this works.
It's different. Okay.
That means if I got the days, I can use them. If I ain't got the days, I'm gonna be off without pay.
Okay.
Now that is another offset for educators. You gotta have the time because if you don't have the time, you don't take off. But I do have the days, and I did have the time. But at the time, I was like, wait, I'm gonna really need this because going through radiation, they were saying that it was going to double down on my energy level.
And it did for me. Yeah, it did for me. My energy level, yes.
I believe now on the flip side of it where I'm taking the adjunct medication, that adjunct medication probably means that they're giving me this medication so that the breast cancer won't come back. Because the kind that I have, they said it's actually prone to come back. And so they're giving me, she said she was going to give me, I was going to be done at the end of August. I was not done at the end of August. I was about to have fit. First it was May because I was on her set, and then she did the TMD1 and said, well, you'll be done. And I said, okay, be done when? Yeah. And my nurse is crazy. They like, oh, I mean, you are not going to be done until February 2020. I was just like, because I'm so ready for my new normal. Yeah. I'm ready for my new normal. I'm ready to live my life so I can go ahead, whatever that new normal is. But like they say, it's never going to be 100% again.
This what they tell y'all on the first day, it's never going to be 100% again, or
they do tell you. They tell you cancer never goes away.
Okay.
You're just in remission.
In a what?
Remission. Okay. Which means at the moment you don't have it, and it just depends on the type that you have and what stage you're in. There's a lot.
So did y'all have different types? Did either one of y'all have different types?
I didn't have the same type because mine wasn't aggressive. Like aggressive.
And mine was so aggressive that while I was trying to come up with the money, because my friends, I thank God for some of my friends, they are so wonderful. They have been there through it all. Because when I tell you that some of these things are something, the taste does not taste like metal. It's chalky for me. Baby, my friend girl, Tahitian treat, chicken, rice, just eggs. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain things I knew. Oatmeal.
To me, and I could not eat oatmeal the whole time.
So y'all had to eat oatmeal just for because it's so y'all had a certain type of food that y'all had to eat during this process?
No, you don't have a certain type of food, but there are certain type of foods that you couldn't eat because for me the smell was hard.
Examples.
Oatmeal. I could cook oatmeal every morning. I'd be asking my friends, does it smell? Does it smell? Because it smells like metallic. Like, really?
What about you?
Like the microwave.
That wasn't for me. I could eat the oatmeal.
What was the smell that you didn't like?
Oh God, some of the colognes when I would go in church and my pastor said, "Do you want to go upstairs and sit?" No, I don't. I don't want to be away from everybody else. But some of those smells was just so strong.
The fragrances.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to throw up. I gotta go.
So let me ask y'all this. Okay. We're gonna. What is like some advice? So we want to make sure that the ladies are also educated as far as moving forward, since this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, what is something that y'all can tell the ladies, each one of y'all from y'all story to to educate them and inform them and also help them?
I would say do your mammogram, even at the age of 25. If you've known someone in your family, or just do your self-exams. If you're not going to the doctor for mammograms at 25, just do your self-exams. Because knowing is better than not knowing. And early detection is the key. The earlier you get it done, the better off you'll be.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, your life may or may not change. Like the lady, Ms. Cherie said, the new normal. It's a new norm. It's a new lifestyle. It's all about what you make of it. But knowing is the key. I would say always at the age of 25, they say you don't, 35, 40, before you really start getting exam.
I would say it was 40.
I would say 25 these days, because the foods are different. What we eat is different. We stress in a different way. I would say 25.
So 25, ladies, y'all already know, make sure that you're doing your mammograms and getting that checkup. What you got to say?
And if you're afraid to go, get someone to go with you.
Yeah, of course.
I know a lot of women older than 25 was afraid to go.
Oh,
yeah.
But it's more so like, why be afraid? I'd rather just go on and find out so I can treat it, because like you said, you want to catch it at an early stage versus then later.
Okay, I'd rather know than not know.
Me too.
And my thing is, know your body. Know your body. I knew something was wrong when I was working out.
Whenever even the 10-pound thing that you mentioned earlier.
Because everything occurred in this right arm. So now when they did the surgery, they removed the lymph nodes. Now I have to be extremely careful with my right arm, because they took out 28 and 22 of them were cancerous. So it already started regrowing because it was so invasive. Know your body. Knowing your body is key. Don't be afraid to touch yourself. You should know your body better than your doctor. Even when the doctor is giving you a diagnosis, or you've had your well woman check, still check your body on a constant basis. And I know my body. And then this is your journey. Even if you are diagnosed, even just living life itself, it's your journey. So pray about it. You and God move forward with it. And if you lose friends along the way, then it's just time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, she's not friends. I'm sorry.
That's
Oh well.
If that season is up.
Oh well. Like if I just feel like I'm sorry for cutting y'all. I just feel like if you're going through something, rather that be something detrimental or anything in life, and if your friends, your so-called friends, or your friends, real friends, if they not showing that they not there, they not for you. And that's family or friend. I don't care.
Yeah, Paul, everybody's not meant to go through your journey with you.
You're right. You're right about that.
Because you have to surround yourself, as I said, you have to surround yourself around positive people. And anybody that's not positive, I'm sorry, I just don't have space for it in my life. I didn't lose any of my family. It's just some of my family they're not meant to go through that journey. I had one friend, I called her to tell her. She started crying on the phone. I was like, you know what? I can't take this. I hung up.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it. But a lot of them like, Sharice, you? Yes, me.
Y'all are strong. I want to shout y'all out. Y'all are strong individuals for doing this. Even on my platform, I definitely appreciate both of y'all actually, sharing your experience, because not everyone knows about what's going on. Just like myself, I didn't know this. I have no clue. I'm not a female, but I just want to make sure that we are educating individual ladies, and also even gentlemen. You want to make sure wife, your husband, your wife, you want to make sure that they're doing their checkups, their annuals. Make sure that they are okay. Okay.
There are men in there
and there
for
are men
breast
that have
cancer.
breast cancer.
What? See, and that's another. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
Men have breast cancer too.
Yes.
So y'all make sure that y'all doing your annual checkups. Y'all getting everything that y'all need to do. So I'm gonna leave the floor open because we are already like 43 minutes in. This was a really good topic. I'm sorry, y'all. So is there anything from y'all's story that y'all would like to say, do, or advise? Anything, y'all? The floor is open. Talk away. Let me know. Whoever want to go first, Lynn or
I'm good.
Okay.
I think I've shared it.
Everything else?
Yes.
Okay.
I shared. However, my thing is, along this journey called life, you never know what pitfalls are going to be there, but you just have to be ready to get back up again. You just got to keep getting back up. And if you lose things along the way, then it's just time for you to lose them and just keep it moving, because I'm going to live those 70 years that God said He going to give me. He done gave me 51 years of being an adult, so I guess I'll take that. And I was a teenager for 19, so I'm going to live this life the best way that I can.
Exactly, because you only get one. You only get one. You only get one, and that's the best advice that I could give anybody. If you just live your life, regular to be you having breast cancer, anything, just yes. And I ain't going back to William. Yeah, ho. But seriously, on a positive note, y'all just want to make sure that y'all are doing y'all checks up, living your best life, and staying around a positive environment, because itself, from what it sounds like, it is very mind-boggling. It is stressful. Your emotions are all over it's a roller coaster. So,
and it's a life check for you. It's a
hella, and it's also a test from what y'all saying from the man upstairs. It's a test.
You know,
because you saying, why God, why me?
I said that all the time, like, why me, and then I had to think, why not me? And maybe God felt like I was the best one in my family.
See,
because even when I told my younger sister,
you're not gonna.
She didn't take it well, but you know, and that's why you have to find ways to tell everybody, like you say. But
and just know that if someone's been diagnosed with cancer and we've made it through and we're survivors, even though what they say is just in remission, I'm cancer free, and I believe I'm cancer free, and I know that I am. But please know that our journey is still not over. We still have a lot of side effects that tend to hinder us, but because we're strong women, we just keep pushing. You'll never know.
Shout out to all the women. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to all the women that are going through it. I know y'all all have your own stories. I know y'all all have your own journeys. Just shout out to y'all for being so strong. And even the gentlemen, if y'all, the men out there that may do have the breast cancer, but shout out to y'all, because we don't know what it feels like to go through what y'all going through. We're just there to support y'all. So that is a big kudos to both of y'all. I'm trying to hold my composure so I don't cry, y'all. I'm a big crybaby. I'm a big crybaby.
It's okay to cry.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay.
It's okay. You're just planting. You're just watering those seeds that's already been planted in the ground, and they gonna grow. And the thing is, you guys gotta continue to check on family. Period.
Okay.
And then those that have cancer, it's okay. Just call. Hey, girl, how you doing? Don't stop the calls. The calls just stop because we done with the chemo and the radiation. No, the journey's not over. Continue to check on your family.
Okay, y'all. Well, we got it from my cousin Lynn and Mama Cherise. So y'all, let's grab our little pumpkin. We're gonna gotta try at least show the people what we have. I'm gonna show y'all mine. It says breast sweet cancer. I don't know why I put sweet.
What did you do?
Breast cancer. I'm sorry, y'all. The stencils was not working, and I have the eyes as breast cancer. Show the camera, y'all. Show what y'all have. Raise it up, cousin. Let me feel a.
Wait a minute,
Cousin got the breast cancer. The what's the name? The little smiley, the Kool-Aid smiley face.
And don't be touching mine because it's still wet.
Oh look, okay, go ahead, Mama.
Okay,
look.
it's wet. You can pick it
Cut
up
from
the
bottom.
blade. Yeah.
Okay. This Mama's. I love the front. It actually look like a jack-o'-lantern. Like it's real. She got the best one out of all of us, y'all.
Oh, kudos to Ashley. She's always making my shirts. Man,
okay.
She just made me feel so good.
Okay, well, anybody who needs shirts.
Well, you know, I like my shirt. It says.
What it say? Sick of cancer.
However, it says SOC. That's South Oak Cliff.
Okay, all right.
Girl,
look. Oak Cliff in this thing. Let's buy a hood. Hey, put it in your face. Get that shit out of stuff. This ain't what you want. Oh, let me stop being good. Sorry. Look, I didn't go to sock, y'all, so I can't say that. I ain't go to sock now.
No, I was just a teacher there, so that's good. You were.
I want to say thank both of y'all, cousin and also Mama, for coming out. I really appreciate y'all.
in this rain, we got the hood of this food.
Yes, y'all, it's raining. They came out here, so.
Because my
Rain.
vision is also affected. So I
For
get
real?
a little overcast. I have a little overcast.
You too, cousin?
I get sometimes, and then I get joint pains.
Oh, I still have my joint pains. My neuropathy
Yeah.
is still kicking in.
Yes. I could be driving and my feet
Just start twitching.
oh Jesus.
You be like,
Oh, Jesus.
and the fingers, you have to do like
it's
this.
real. It's
Stop
real.
it. Stop it.
It's real, seriously.
No.
But y'all, we want to say thank y'all for tuning in, little heads. I really appreciate both of my guests. I hope y'all are educated. Get your mammograms, get your checkups. Do what you need to do. Don't be scared. Just go out and just do it. Whether you find out and don't find out and you have it, basically, and not getting the proper treatment for it. So, other than that, y'all, we have done with we had a Halloween breast cancer scheme. We are doing a walk Saturday and also November 2nd. We're doing one this weekend.
Yes.
And then we're doing one November 2nd, right?
It's November 2nd. I will send out the information. It's
So-
6,000 Women Walk. It's at Richmond.
My-
And I also have
My godmother is over that one.
yeah.
That is who is over there. And I
Marsha
was,
Mingleton.
the Texas Oncology, the radiation department had those flyers.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, so y'all,
Oh,
last but not
got
least,
you.
y'all already know, don't forget the purpose of my channel. I said channel. Channel is STTY. Stay true to yourself. We have two lovely guests who stay true to yourself. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all for tuning in, little heads. We will be back with another video. Bye.